And now let's shift focus to the United States. The U.S. has crossed the grim milestone of 10,000 deaths as the country gears up for what many believe will be the hardest week of the coronavirus pandemic. The U.S. recorded an alarming 1,150 deaths in the last 24 hours. But New York's death rate remains flat for the second straight day, and many see a glimmer of hope in this. New York, which is currently the epicenter of the outbreak in the United States, reported around 599 deaths in the last 24 hours. The state has reported more than 130,000 cases, roughly 1/10 of the total worldwide count. But even as the curve shows some signs of flattening, New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo has said that now is not the time to be lax. Cuomo has ordered schools and non-essential businesses to remain shut for 3 more weeks, extending the lockdown till April 29th.
In any event, plateau, not plateau, we still have to extend New York pause, because if that curve is turning, it's turning because the rate of infection is going down. One of the reasons the rate of infection is going down is because social distancing is working. We have to continue the social distancing. Schools and non-essential businesses will stay closed.
New York also increased the fines for violating social distancing guidelines from $500 to $1,000. Meanwhile, Trump has now allowed the USNS Comfort to be used for coronavirus patients. The USNS Comfort was initially sent to the city to relieve the hospitals from non-coronavirus patients. But even as the cases plateau in New York, the pandemic is taking a huge toll, both physically and emotionally, on New York City's paramedics and first responders.
I don't know if any of us will ever be the same after this. And that's something we're going to have to manage. There's going to be a lot of trauma from this for the medics and EMTs who have seen this all, unfold, firsthand, being on the front line. I think the challenging part is, where do we go mentally from here?
Meanwhile, other parts of the country are now witnessing a surge in the number of cases. More states have ordered residents to stay at home to slow down the spread of the disease. But 8 states, all of them with Republican governors, are yet to order residents to stay at home. In a grim prediction, the White House medical experts have forecasted that nearly 100,000 to 240,000 Americans could be killed in this pandemic. But even with that prediction coming from its own officials, Donald Trump maintains that the U.S. is doing a great job. In his latest White House briefing, Donald Trump said that the U.S. has tested more than any other country in the world.
You do the testing, you have cases. Otherwise, you wouldn't know about the cases. People sit home, you don't know about it. But we have now done 1,790,000 tests nationwide. That's more than any other country in the world. Hence, we have more cases. And that number is growing by nearly 125,000 people per day. Think of that one.
But as the U.S. continues to grapple with this pandemic, Donald Trump spoke to his rival and former Vice President Joe Biden on the phone. This brings an end to weeks of squabble between the two. Biden has been critical about the administration's response to the crisis, slamming the Trump administration constantly for not taking enough measures.
Somebody